Hi, welcome back to Small Talk Queens. I'm Megan.
I'm Kelly.
This is a stroke. This is
episode 23?
24, I think. I fucking know. 24.
If we're wrong, we're wrong.
If you're new for whatever reason, get your kids out of the room.
The disclaimer.
And anybody who's prude or
a prude,
old,
did you just call?
Prude. Anyone who's a prude, get out of the room. If you don't like the word fuck, get out of the room. Turn it off. Anyway, and we didn't plan this. Again, with the blue and with the fucking same kind of top with the whatever.
Didn't plan it.
I can't decide on this. I don't like a tie.
Then untie it and let it just hang.
No, I don't like it open either. And then it has this.
Well, I don't like this. I'd rather have the tie.
I had to wear a shirt under it.
See? Okay, now that we've discussed our clothing,
because it's gonna gape or something, and I was like, I like
the button that I thought was a necklace.
Fun. It's gold, so then I had to dig out the gold because I don't wear gold that often. So, but then I went with blues also because look. I can't decide if I'm going to wear it today or not. Today was a no wash of the hair day.
I don't know. I don't think it really goes. It's too blue for the shirt.
Fuck it. I'm leaving it in until it bothers my ears. Anyway, so...
until it bothers your ear?
Until it starts to bother back here. Or sometimes it does this to my ears.
Oh, that's nice.
It pushes them forward a little bit. Remember when Sean was a baby?
It wasn't Sean. I thought it was...
I would sit behind him, and then I would push his ears out like an elf. And he looked like a little elf. And you would get so mad at me, but I just loved it because he looked so cute. Anyway, so I got another extra cup of coffee today. So I had the PT yesterday. My PT is the best PT. If I could make it into a little jingle.
PT Joe. So PT Joe was his daughter's field hockey thing over the weekend and went to a new brewery, which I was unfamiliar with. So PT Joe sent home a can of beer that Joe and I split last night, and the 76ers. Is that unethical? I'm wondering if that's unethical.
It's not unethical. I'm gonna suck his dick for Christ's sake. I came home with a beer. I mean, it's not unethical. Anyway, sorry, Mom.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so that's the oxy talking. So, speaking of the oxy, I'm gonna get back to the beer. So we had some beers last night. Interesting side note here.
Because it's the play.
In case anyone needs to know this, you need to plan this shit out. And I had not really planned on heavily drinking. So yesterday morning, because
most people just have one drink.
I don't know those people. Those people are not my people. That is not me. Oh. So I yesterday morning, because I'm still taking.
Chairs aren't comfortable.
The oxy here and there. So I'm still taking. I don't know how long I'm supposed to take the Miralax and the Senecot. So I just keep taking them. So I took both those fuckers yesterday morning. No more prunes. They're too high sugar. I stopped with the prunes. They're not bad, but I didn't need that. Anyway, so I had the Senecot and the Miralax yesterday, and then I drank a few beers last night. It was a close call getting the fuck out of bed this morning. And then not to mention, on top of that...
This is really too much information.
I was in a bad way this morning. A bad fucking way this morning. But on top of that, so I did not take the muscle relaxer before bed last night because I was drinking and I'm trying to be responsible and not mix pills with my booze. I woke up and I was like a piece of wood. I mean, I was just I couldn't fucking roll over. I couldn't move. I was like my entire midsection was just frozen.
Yeah.
And I was so stiff. And then also, my little 3/4 mile jaunt that I did on Tuesday is catching up with me today. Yesterday I felt fine.
You did a little too much.
Today, no, because we just went a little bit further. I'm supposed to try to add time or add length to the walk, and so we went a little bit further that time. There were benches along the way too. I stopped along the way. But also on Tuesday, I was sitting outside on Facebook, so I got a little sunburnt. I was on a little color, fat people look better with a little fucking color on them. So I wanted to sit outside, get a little sun.
Get a spray tan.
So I sat out back and I kept my legs straight out in front of me. There was I didn't really have anything to prop them up on. Another chair was too high. So I just sat
and you didn't realize that was going to make you
with
stiff.
My legs straight out in front of me. And I put them down when I got tired and I put them back out again. I figured it would work my quads a little bit, get a little exercise while I'm sunning myself. So that didn't help this morning either. So I was just between that and my hip flexors that are just like this every fucking day that I wake up, and then I got a needle on them yesterday, and then anyway, so the hair didn't get washed.
The hip flexors always hurt.
The hip flexors.
I mean, those hurt on me. They hurt from exercise. I mean, believe it or not, I do exercise, but
as I'm leaning, I have to my body is so I'm like the missing link because I'm constantly I go up the stairs like a fucking ape. I mean, I'm up there climbing on my hands and knees still. I can lean forward because at night when I go to bed, I'm so sore. So I just kind of climb up, like a drunkard or a child.
Can you video that?
No. So, but I have to remind I'm constantly having to
give yourself the proper.
Out of the fucking, there we go. I'm going to lean. That'll help my back. Anyway.
So I didn't wash the hair and, look. I woke up full face and makeup this morning. It still looked fucking good. I mean, I was like, wow. I contemplated just leaving it the way it was and just touching up my smeared eyebrow a little bit for this, but I thought, I'll get myself
our audience deserves better than that.
That's what I thought. So I thought I'd get myself cleaned up for this.
I mean...
And then we both wore blue shirts with open fronts.
Well, you can tell we're related. Minus the fact that some of our audience members are nurses. I don't know why I said minus the fact, but we have several of our friends who are nurses that watch us.
Yeah.
And my one friend.
Who's a nurse.
Just one.
Her one
friend there's Joe.
Joe.
I had lunch with a friend of mine, dear friend, last week. She's a nurse. Been a nurse for 30 years.
For the sixth fucking time she's a nurse, in case you missed it.
I think she's a nurse. No, she's a trauma nurse. She said that she started watching, not at episode 1, but the episode of post-op and
she went
too
backwards.
Much information.
Okay.
She went backwards because that was the first one that popped up.
Right.
And she was...
People, this is you want to go back, because we piggyback on shit. You want to go back and get
it's just the way it is.
Scroll through those fuckers and find number 1.
Yeah, so if you think we're not funny because we're talking about something that happened before, you might want to go back. Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
So Lori is... I'm going to say her name. Lori's watching the video in the nurse break room, and all of a sudden, on her phone, all these friends of hers, the other nurses come in, they're like, what are you laughing so hard at? She's like, the staff that came in to have their lunch, we all sat down and howled at the post-op of
thank
your
God
sister.
She doesn't work at the hospital that I was at. I mean, because, and this is why I have to be careful. Like, we have some crazy stories that we could tell because we know some crazy
really
fuckers.
crazy.
But we can't. You don't know who knows who. Like, you just don't.
Right.
You don't fucking know.
And family members. Like, some of our best material we can't talk about.
And now you get a phone call.
No, I'm just saying, like, we have third cousins. We have
third cousins.
We do.
Christ. Anyway.
Well, that's something to be proud of. Some people don't have third cousins.
Now everyone that's watching the film, like,
when your family age,
is it me?
When your father's family is 9 kids and it goes from, they're 21, 22 years apart, the oldest from the youngest, dad being the youngest. I mean, yeah, you got third cousins in there.
We lots of cousins.
Who that we know, by the way. I mean, I know some people that have third cousins that are like, I don't even.
The screens are going to make me insane. I can't. I just keep looking at them. The screens, because our windows, that we had 13 custom made windows because the person that made this porch on the side of our house before it was our house, did the porch themselves, and it was screened in, and then we wanted to use it all year round. So we had windows put in, and each window was a different fucking size. All 13 of them were different sizes. So custom-made windows, but they're not... I don't know what happened, but water comes in, and it gets trapped in the screens. Supposedly there weren't
it's okay.
the little holes to release it, weeping, whatever the fuck they're called. So the only way to do it was to put the screens all the way up, so the water won't get trapped between the screen. But now they start to fall, and now all I can do is fucking see the unevenness, and that the little bit of OCD that I have in me is just I can't.
It's okay.
I can't. Anyway.
But you were talking about going up the stairs like an ape. So
on
our weekly section of Antics with Animals.
Animal Antics. Wait. You're not even ready for this.
Oh, in a magazine even.
Look, so because I'm perusing my magazine. It's real simple, which I like. It comes with, or at the same time that I get the fucking ritzy one. What's the ritzy one?
Town and Country.
Fucking Town. I can't with the Town and Country. I'll give it a look-see.
Why don't you get like
amused,
Vanity Fair or something?
I get that too, but I don't know where that is. Anyway, okay. So, I open this up, right? I open this up, and real simple. What was your wildest animal encounter? I thought, this is going to be great.
This is going to be good.
No one got fucking mauled. It was so disappointing. Like, you saw a squirrel. Go fuck yourself. You saw a squirrel. I mean, I had aggressive squirrels and crows and shit. So, okay. So here. Squirrel. First one was about fucking squirrel. This was from, I don't know who the fuck this is.
These people need to live out in nature.
Once when I was walking in downtown Miami, in downtown Miami, a squirrel climbed up my leg. My screams sent it flying into a tree. The security guard who responded could not stop laughing. Okay, I mean, I wouldn't want it climbing on me. Okay.
I mean, thank God it didn't bite her.
I found myself face to face. This is Amy in Tampa. Are these people in Florida?
I hope not.
I found myself face to face with a huge barracuda while snorkeling in the British Virgin Islands. Yikes. Now, funny story. When I was snorkeling somewhere, I saw what looked to be like a baby shark, and I'll tell you, there aren't many times in my life where I've really like sprinted out of the fucking water with my swimming like a major athlete. And I thought, well, there's a baby shark. They're very possibly a mama shark. I don't know if they're like other animals where the baby stays close to the mama. I turned around and fucking hightailed it back to the ship, and I climbed up the fucking rope ladder to get back up. I was done.
Were you like Jesus? Did you walk on water?
No, I swam fucking fast though. And then other funny story, animal story. Because I should have, if I'd known about this, I would have written in. So there was a rogue seal. Were you at the beach with us that year?
No.
Rogue seal.
I mean, I was, but I wasn't down there to see that.
Dad and I are out fucking, splashing around out in fucking,
I do remember that. I was
Atlantic
not.
Ocean, Cape May. We're out kind of far, we're decent then. We're decent swimmers, whatever. We're out there and, frolicking. It was a lovely hot day of August, and some big fucking thing, like, is out there. And we both looked and we're like, oh my God, fucking flew out of, but it didn't have a fin. We're like, what the fuck is that? Like a dog? Like, what is it?
A dog.
It was a rogue seal. We found out
rogue seal.
I'm trying to recall, because it was like, you don't have seals in fucking Cape May coast. Like, you don't.
No, you don't.
So it was a rogue seal, got away from its pod or pack, or the fuck they're called. And I should know this, because when I taught kindergarten, I knew all of these things.
Dolphins have a pod.
I don't know. It might have been...
Can you just get off
it might,
the neighbors?
Fucking neighbor. I can't. It might have been the lifeguard or the news or something that told... So I think the lifeguard maybe was like, oh, it was a seal. What the fuck is that? Like, get the people out of the water, get out of the water.
Well, just be glad it wasn't a walrus.
No. So wait. So let me see.
See, we're not the only ones that are into the animal.
It's a 2-page.
Animal Antics.
I'm not going to read it all. This one was good. I was camping in Zimbabwe. This is from Kira.
First of all, if you're camping in Zimbabwe, you're lucky you just don't get mauled by a lion.
Someplace in California that I can't fucking pronounce. I was camping in Zimbabwe when I woke to a tribe of baboons trashing the campground.
Bully your face!
Right? Yes. I desperately had to use the bathroom and thought I could sneak out. The fuck? Nope. 4 giant baboons surrounded me, escorted me to the bathroom, waited for me, and escorted me back. And she's a lucky fucker. They didn't just rip her face off.
Yeah, they'll rip your face off.
Did you see the orangutan thing I sent you again this morning? I love orangutans.
I did. I didn't see it again this morning.
The baby and the mama. I love orangutans. I think it's because it goes back to that Clint Eastwood movie when I was little, and they had the orangutan that threw the poo.
Oh, but wasn't there also like some show with a truck driver when we were young, like in the mid '80s, that had a chimpanzee rode in the cab with them?
I have no idea. All I can think is the Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Every Which Way But Loose that had the orangutan. Maybe it was a chimpanzee. I don't know.
Is it an orangutan
Here's
or an orangutan?
Here's a bear. I was hiking in New Jersey when a black bear ran across the trail about 20 feet in front of me. I walked in the other direction until I could no longer see him. Oh, fuck you, Alice. That's not interesting.
That's not a good one.
Here we go. This one's also dumb. I actually wrote the words
fuck you
right above it because I was like, really? I spent a college semester in Australia. If this is you, I apologize. I spent a college semester in Australia and managed to snap a picture with a bunch of kangaroos before they hopped off. I mean, how can you not think, fuck you? Okay.
Well, you know what? A kangaroo will kick the shit out of you.
It'll kick the shit out of you. Yes.
Like, really?
Here, someone was golfing and a fucking anaconda. What they thought was a log and an anaconda. So that was fascinating.
My anaconda got...
got none unless you... I can't. I got the words all. Here we go. And here's an idiot. When I was...
You wrote idiot.
I did. I wrote the word idiot down. I can't even.
You know what the irony of all of this would be? If
I get attacked by an animal,
yeah,
right after this,
and
like
that's
the fucking
me.
Like the aggressive squirrel. That's
my fear now, but that's okay.
Well, hang on.
At least I'll go down doing something.
Oh, here we go. When I was by going down, she meant like dying. When I was in Costa Rica, a monkey approached a group of us and started acting very cute, waving, smiling. As everyone gathered around taking pictures, I watched the sly monkey friend sneak into someone's backpack and steal snacks.
Well, they're not dumb.
When I was fun fact with animals. When I was in Spain and we went to the Rock of Gibraltar.
Is it really a rock?
Owned by England. It's like a little mini island. I don't know. I had a really bad.
Can you see it? Like, are you on it or do you see it?
I don't remember. We were on it. Like a little island. I don't really remember. But we went
it's
to
a rock.
We went to see the monkeys.
Rock.
Yes.
Doc Wilkerson didn't teach me that.
I don't think I ever knew about it until we fucking got there, and it's owned by the British, and so we went and we had a really bad scone. Look, scones here are better.
Okay, who cares about the scone? It didn't make you sick.
But this is not about scones. Anyway, and some tea.
And you talk about me.
So while we were there having a bad scone, we went to see the monkeys, and we were told do not feed the monkeys. And then there were fucking people feeding the fucking monkeys.
It's just like the seagulls.
It's just people are dumb. What
did they do? Aren't they aggressive?
They would come and take it. They took like shit. Like they don't have food out. They come take it out of your hand. They just come right over and snatch it out of your hand.
It's like the seagulls. You gotta
hide
it.
And don't approach the mama with the baby. They have to tell you this because some fucking idiot did it. Here we go. This is good. That time I watched from the couch as my dad tried to capture an adult raccoon who'd overstayed its welcome in our house. I had a visual. Like when mom and dad had a baby skunk that died in the wishing well. Not in the wishing well, in the window well.
In the window well. It smells. They smell when they die.
It releases. Here we go. And then this is from the Reader of the Month, Caroline Costello, 58. Wildest animal encounter. When I lived in Arizona, I saw a cat with her kittens burrow in the bushes near my mailbox. I reached in to give a snuggle. Fuck. Really? To a stray cat. She's lucky this turned out the way it did. Realized just in time it was a bobcat and her kittens.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck?
Caroline Costello, I'm sorry. Stay away from wild animals.
That's like the woman that had the puma, or the black leopard or whatever. I don't know, maybe they're the same animal. I don't know. This shows you how much of an idiot I am, but I have good stories. She had one as a pet, like from a baby, and then it grew up huge. And when the paws got about this big, like, don't you think it would dawn on you that, like, that's not maybe the domesticated cat?
My nose itches. Sorry. So much fucking talk about me. I'm probably like, looking at her
Isn't that like it was not a domesticated cat?
Maybe she had it declawed, so it wouldn't. It would only rip her face off with its.
I don't know.
Teeth.
I mean, but how do you not know? At any rate.
There are a lot of dumb fuckers out there.
Right.
I mean, really.
So the animal antics that I've seen on the news, so you know they're legitimate. I've seen them on the ABC.
Oh, the alligator one was good. I'm just reminding you.
On the ABC Nightly News.
So
some people enjoy them as much as I do. Nobody got hurt.
And there's a 2-page spread in here about this.
Yeah. And I have books. I have some really good stories in that book, Death in Yellowstone.
Anyway, okay, carry on.
So, all of a sudden in Butte, Montana, not that I'm an authority on Montana, but I've been there. And you know that elephants don't live in Montana and they're not native to there. So driving down the road in Butte, Montana, in their downtown area, comes a full-grown elephant across the 4 lanes.
Not something you're expecting to see in fucking
that's
downtown
what I'm saying.
Montana.
Not in downtown Montana. And there's like a little snow left in the mountains right there. I'm sure the elephant was like, what the fuck is going on here? This is not Africa.
I mean, it was cold.
So, anyhow, it turns out...
Right, they're used to...
there's live footage. Google it by now, but there's live footage, and it shows it crossing the road. All these cars, of course, have stopped, because imagine the damage that animal would do to your car. I mean, just hitting it, not necessarily. And so, it turns out it ran away from the circus. The circus that was visiting in Butte.
I thought the circuses were, like, being, like, disbanded and shit for, like... People don't like treat the animals.
I don't know, but it was the circus.
I don't like the circus. I don't go to the circus.
I know we talked about that. So, but they still have circuses in the world. So the circus was in town in Butte, Montana. The elephant ran away, and he was later recovered without incident and no injuries. So, and he didn't hurt anybody, like no cars or anything.
When we were at, what's it called? It's over like near Lancaster with the fair, where the people dress up.
Renaissance.
The Renaissance fair. It was a hellish good time, by the way. Too. It was a hellish good time. We were at the
Renaissance
you a wench?
Fair.
No, I didn't dress up. Where am I going? Oh yeah, they had an elephant and you could like ride it or whatever. But I thought, I mean, I don't want to hurt the elephant. I'm fat, whatever. I don't know. But I felt bad. It was in this little tiny area. But you know what? It was really like you wouldn't just go up and pet it. Like it's so docile and like unless it's a male.
Until it's not.
It tusks you and kills you with its tusks.
Maybe that's a little more.
Because that wasn't another story. Didn't you another elephant story?
Well, yeah, but we talked about it last week. The elephant.
Look, my brain is Swiss cheese right now, people. Look.
The elephant. There were 2 different incidents where an elephant, a bull elephant, maybe it's mating season over there. I don't know, but it became very hostile to the safari vans that were going through, and it followed one, which was an unusual behavior that it followed one, like it was stalking, and then
I'm so going to hell,
and then it charged it. And kind of like flipped it, and this is the unfortunate part, and of course we don't find any of this amusing. In all seriousness, somebody died. But this is my point. Like, this is my reason for saying all of this.
You need to respect the wild.
You need to respect the wildlife.
Mike Spicer.
At least Dad taught me that. Now I'm not done. So then there's another
the water
one.
And the ocean and the fire and all the other things.
My husband wants to retire to Florida, and he's out of his
It's full of fucking serial killers and crazy people. If you live in Florida, I'm sorry. Look, goddammit. We watch enough.
I know enough. I know a lot of
television
transplants
about goddamn serial killers and crazy people and shit, and they're all in Florida.
A lot of transplants, I know that, but I don't know anybody that was born and raised in Florida. I don't think so. And if I do, I apologize.
Again, I apologize. I mean,
we have here to offend. We have Pennsylvania up here. You've got people breeding with their cousins. So So anyhow, the blue people, but that was in West Virginia. We had to read that article.
That in Florida too.
We had to read that article for science class. Mrs. Holt was my science teacher in 9th
grade biology. We watched a video about it in sociology with Mr. Boris.
I didn't get any. Oh, I didn't take that class.
We had a video, Mr. Boris. I love Mr. Boris.
I did not. So
and he loved me.
At any rate,
not in a gross kind of way.
At any rate, where was I going with this?
Animals.
But what were we talking about?
I have another animal.
I know, but what were we talking about?
Respecting the wild.
Yeah, but there was something, I don't even know, but Florida. So this takes place in Florida, and it was also on the ABC News, that this guy is going out to his car, not even in the garage, going out to the car, parked in his, driveway in the neighborhood, and he now takes a picture of this huge-ass alligator that's under his car.
Like right there. Like you're going out to your car, la-di-da, and then like all of a sudden you're dead.
If you weren't looking, if you didn't look down, it could have grabbed your ankle. Like it wasn't like back under, like the snout was right where you...
Yeah.
Like
right where like waiting to like fucking get you.
Maybe it was hot. Like I don't know if it's hiding. Maybe it was just like really hot. I don't know, but there are fucking alligators down there. And they get you.
Yeah,
and
they will get you.
John
they will just fucking
went golfing.
Right off the golf course.
John went golfing years ago in Florida with, I don't know, work or whatever. And he sends me a picture of this alligator on the green. Now, this is normal. I mean, this happens all the time down there. But I'd never seen this in real life and this close to my husband. Alligator resting on one of the holes on the green with the mouth wide open. And I'm like, is that fake? And he's like, no. I'm like, oh. So in one of my more bitter moods, I was like, well, too bad it didn't get you.
That's nice.
He's in Florida and I'm dealing with snow up here. So, no, wait. And there's one more.
Another animal story.
It's a black bear, and this person is goddamn.
We're not getting out of a fucking an episode without fucking talking about bears.
This is the problem. There are a lot of bears.
Bears.
Black bear.
Did it maul somebody?
Black bear. It did not maul somebody. I sent you the video. But the Mini Cooper, the Mini Cooper will never ever be the same.
No,
it smelled the pizza that the guy picked up and brought home. So somewhere this bear was, and he smelled the pizza. And came into the car. And the asshole is filming this as he's outside of the car holding the pizza box. Like, I don't know, maybe he got to the door and heard something and turned around the house door and saw this, but then he has footage of the bear in his car. And he's talking to the bear like it's his pet, like, you got to get out of there. Let's go now, out the door. I'm like, he is lucky he did not maul your face.
It looked like a small bear. It wasn't a grizzly.
And he's carrying the pizza around. I would have thrown the pizza at the bear.
I would have thrown the pizza away from the car so the fucking bear would have gotten out of the car.
Do you know what kind of damage they do?
Yeah, because she sends me videos.
No, my friend Mike, who's a real car aficionado and loves the luxury cars and works with them, and it makes his heart sink when he sees some of these bears and what they do to the car. They take their claws and they've ripped the door off.
Wait, did I tell the story about the chickens?
And then they shit. No, you have. I don't think you did. And if you did, it's worth telling it again. You have to tell it.
This is good. And I have another animal story. This is fucking funny too. Okay, so
animals.
And if I told this before, you can listen to it again.
It's really funny.
So my friends have a convertible.
I peed
and
laughing.
It was in the garage and the top was down, and they left for vacation. Peter, I'm sorry I laugh at this. I can't even fucking help it. I can't. So they get home from vacation and they open the garage door to go in the house. And the neighbors had chickens, and they wondered all week. They thought maybe like a fox got the chicken. The chicken was missing.
There was just one?
Only one in the garage.
Was missing. Okay.
It was in the Corvette. It shit all over and in the Corvette, all over. And then their son was little at the time, and he had like a little, like one of those little cars, that you can drive battery power cars. Also like a little topless, whatever, and it shit all over that. He was so upset.
It was like, fuck you.
Right. And so, Anita called to tell me this, and she's like, Megan, I felt so bad. She's like, all I could do was, I tried not to laugh. She's like, Peter was so upset. And the neighbor paid to have the car detailed.
But why? It's not like they trapped it's not like
they got in there. I don't know. Or they offered, the kids came over and did it. I don't know. But anyway, and she said that Peter just like stood there and looked, and just went, and was so upset. He just went inside. And I'm sorry, Peter, that I find such amusement in this story because I just have such a fucking visual. And the chicken came out. The chicken was like, oh.
But the chicken lived?
The chicken lived.
Wait, what did it eat on?
It ate the fucking car. I don't know. I don't know what it ate in the garage, but it lived, and it just shat all over and in the fucking Corvette. I can't even. So
I told my friend Mike this, and
Mike's in the cars. I itch. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. Look at that oxy. I feel like one of them is scratching themselves or something.
He goes, I told him that story. He goes, I'd have to buy a new car because I would have to buy a new car. There's no like
it'd be so upsetting.
There's no
the chicken shit fucking
stinks. Not enough cleaning in the world to get that done. Just because I didn't lay eggs.
You know, so I'm with a friend one time. We're driving back from Philly to State College. She was in grad school here, and I had moved here. We're driving back up. And we're in like Lancaster, and it fucking reeked. And we're like, and then we had this discussion. They're like, oh my God, that's chicken shit. I'm like, no, it's pig shit.
It's mushrooms.
You know, you're from fucking central Pennsylvania when you can distinguish what kind of fucking shit it was. We knew it wasn't regular manure. It could have been the chemical thing, but no, it was. We agreed finally it was pig shit, is what we agreed upon.
Oh my God.
I mean, right? And we just started, like, I can't believe we just had like a 5-minute conversation about this in the car. I'm like, fucking shit, we're fucking rednecks. Shit. Anyway, okay. So back.
But it's good to know this.
It's good to know. So, okay, so modern manners. You know, I wanted to, we talked about doing this like every time. If this isn't every episode or every magazine, every week, every month, every issue, for fuck's sake, every issue, every month, we might have to, or the piggyback. Okay, so modern manners, and it's with Jenna Bush Hager and Hoda Coffee, right? So I'm looking through this. So it's like Dear Abby, right? Okay, so Lisa asks.
You took notes?
I took notes. Because I can piggyback on this. Oh. Lisa asks, I have a neighbor who loves to feed the local wildlife. It makes a huge mess, and we've suffered property damage from the squirrels on our roof and the geese that leave droppings on our driveway. We've asked her not to feed them, but she doesn't seem to get the message or even understand.
No, because they're not shitting on her stuff.
Or even understand that it's not actually good for them. I'd hate to involve the homeowners association, and I love animals, but this has gone too far. Look, Lisa, we were watching a show on like HLN or whatever called Killer Neighbors, and we had to stop because of how we feel about my headband slipping. About how we feel about our neighbors. Like, we had to stop. I mean, you won't believe people will kill their neighbor over some stupid shit. And sure enough, there was an episode, and this guy laid down in the lawn with his fucking rifle and sharpshooted this fucker out of the lawn because he kept feeding the deer. He had like a thing hanging.
He shot the neighbor or the deer?
He shot the neighbor. Because the neighbor had the thing like hanging in the tree, like to feed the deer. So the deer would come through their property to get to the guy's property who was feeding the deer, and then brought like and then like ticks in the lawn and like all this other shit. He sniped him right out of the fucking yard. I mean, like,
wait, did he get arrested? Did he get arrested?
Sure, he got arrested. He was on Killer Neighbors. I'm like, people will kill you over. So Lisa, you go to the homeowners association and you let them know before your neighbor fucking snipes you out of your yard. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
Now wait. Another one. Here. No, she yells at me for looking at my phone, but I want to show you.
That's an aggressively large groundhog.
An aggressively large groundhog that's living under my freaking deck. Wait, now you can see all my other pictures. Let me get this out.
Have Dad come and take
Look
care
at
of
it. Look at that big fat fuck. And it lives under my deck, and it sits there and eyes me from my big kitchen window. And then, wait, I have to show you this. Last year it
Throw some carrots out to it.
No, I want to trap it.
Someone's talking about you're about to like get money or something.
Last year, see, it's laying down. See how you can see it through the rusty hose thing? It is laying down. I was like, and I think that there are babies underneath the deck because it keeps going back. This is not like the first time I've seen it. And he ate my flowers last year. It hopped up. I didn't know it could hop.
I mean, Mom and Dad had to like replant the peas like 4 times last year. And the cucumbers.
They hopped up on my brand new little bench and ate the fucking zinnias off. Like, had a field day. I was hostile.
Yeah, I just have squirrels.
And there's not enough to eat in my neighborhood. There's plenty to eat.
But this food is like right there.
So I'm gonna have to call my exterminator and again use my country bumpkin
when he's here.
He can't shoot a gun.
He could put a gasoline stove rag down underneath this. Never mind. Underneath the deck.
Underneath the deck. Set the deck on fire. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Bad idea.
On my brand new deck. So no.
Okay,
so
George, I apologize for this line of conversation.
No good comes from this fat rodent. Oh, which they call whistling pigs. They call groundhogs whistling pigs. I saw this on Jeopardy because it was a question. Pigs. Because when they communicate, they kind of whistle. It's like a whistling sound. At any rate, this is a big fat one. And I'm going to have to tell the exterminator, like when they got that raccoon, which I found the picture of, by the way, I'm going to have to tell him that this is a fat raccoon and he better come, fat groundhog and he better come prepared.
Well, so our parents live like out,
next to a horse farm.
Next to a horse farm, country-ish.
Very nice.
And my dad will
neighbors really.
Will take care of the groundhogs.
The best way.
To get out of the garden. And remember Aiden that time? So our nephew was visiting, and he came running in the house, and he was all excited, and he was like,
He's an animal lover.
Granddad just blew a groundhog to smithereens all over Sydney's shed.
That's not where I thought you were going with this. I thought he was upset.
No, he was most amused.
Oh my God.
I can't.
He's the one that we got lost. Have you ever lost a child? He got lost when we were at the beach.
I physically like disappeared for a little while.
And he was like 4, and the
only time in my life that I ran in a bathing suit on a beach, and it was not.
And
I've
never had that feeling. God. Like you
horrifying. It was horrifying.
Heart was racing. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. I'm ready to vomit. Yeah. And you look out at the ocean, and don't you know that?
Stop and look.
Wait! Don't you know everybody in the fucking beach looks the same, and all the guys have black bathing suits on because that's what Aiden had.
It was horrifying.
But we found him. He walked a mile down.
He found an old guy and said, "Can you help me find my granddad?"
But then he didn't know granddad's last name. Like a lot of kids.
He was little. He was like 4.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
But this is the thing, and this is true. A lot of little kids ask
They just know granddad.
They just know granddad. They don't. They might know the first name. They don't know the last name. And then when you're in a rental, when you're renting a house, where's your address, little boy?
Right. Well, thank God it was like a nice guy too, and like not some like
thank God. So
child diddler or some shit.
Took him to the oh my God, and it was a crowded day in August. Took him to the lifeguard stand, and we got him. Meanwhile,
it was horrifying. We're all spread
our
out.
Sister,
like, talking about fucking chub rub, hauling ass down the beach, and I'm running, and I stop, and I look around,
and we're yelling,
and I look at the water, and then I run, and then I look around. It was fucking it was
terrifying.
Terrifying.
And there are a lot of worse parts to this, but one of them was that Tracy was not. Yes, Tracy was not on vacation with us.
Like, can't tell Tracy. Do not.
But no, I'm envisioning having to make that phone call.
Right?
Mom and Dad rather.
The fuck? Oh my God.
No, I mean it's not funny because I was actually terrified.
It was horrifying.
It was like my worst nightmare because I was like, "Is he in the water?" Like that was honestly my biggest fear was that.
It was it could not have been any more crowded on that beach and people in the water, and it was just.
And the lifeguards
and people knew there was something wrong because they see people running, that shouldn't be on the beach in the fucking heat of the end of August, stopping and looking around and running more, and then
they started yelling Aiden.
So then we have like half the beach is fucking looking for Aiden's.
Aiden.
Christ.
Thank God though. Thank God. And really, it is amazing that everybody that day had on a black bathing suit. You look out there.
We're looking for a little boy with a black bathing suit. I mean, come on.
Well, he did have reddish hair at the time, so that was a little distinguishable, but not in the heat of the summer out in the ocean. No. You're like, fuck.
Speaking of ocean, those either go to Wildwood. You're not allowed to have tents or
they just passed that.
The erosion. Anyway, okay, wait. So I have one more on this thing, right? I didn't. Here we go. Carol asks. I actually wrote "shut the fuck up" next to this. Carol asks, I love golf, but find the constant talking annoying. I don't know how to bring it up without sounding rude. One of my fellow golfers says I'm passive-aggressive. Please help me find some neutral ways of addressing this irritation, or else I'm going to try earplugs.
How about you just put the earplugs in and shut the fuck up, Carol?
Can't you just say, I really enjoy your company, and I really enjoy playing golf with you, but the constant talking is, I want to have like a quiet golf time.
I get wanting to be quiet because sometimes I just want to be quiet. Oftentimes, believe it or not, I just want to be quiet. I don't want to have
Joe and I will spend hours sometimes just sitting here like not speaking to each other. Like just...
And I know that's really hard for some of you to believe.
Especially after we've been around other people. Like we just have to fucking...
I know it's hard for some of you to believe, but I enjoy not talking, peace and quiet, just in my own thoughts, just sitting there. During my crafting.
Vegetative state.
During my crafting. But... I understand with golf, especially because you need your concentration. It sounds like Carol needs to pick another golfing.
Well, that's what I thought.
Another golfing partner, because her friend is not going to change.
No,
and you can't just say, "Don't talk to me." You can say, "Don't talk to me while I'm up."
Carol, you look at her or him, and you just shut the fuck up, fucker. I'm trying to fucking golf here. You just shut the fuck up.
Let me know how that goes.
I bet, Carol, that you won't have to.
You won't have to worry about it again
anymore.
Nope.
Anymore.
Nope.
Can you imagine?
Shut the fuck up. Can you imagine?
Look, I mean, because I would see, I'm the person where I would put up with that, and would put up with that, and would put up with that,
and then you'd snap,
and then I would turn around, and I would absolutely just tell him to shut the fuck. I'm not having that kind of week too. I don't know if it's like Mercury and retrograde.
Thank God you do not golf,
or like what it is, but it started Monday morning, and it carried into Tuesday. I mean, Tuesday morning, I was sitting here with Bob Dylan on, having my coffee, and finally,
Bob Dylan's like fingernails on a chalkboard.
I had to yell at what's her name, and if I say her, she's going to talk to me, so I can't
Alexa.
say her. And I was like, Alice in Chains. I mean, fucking play Alice in Chains. And I had the volume up, and I'm like, Joe, is this bothering you? Shut the door if it is, because it's been an Alice in Chains kind of week. And I don't know if it's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Mercury in retrograde. I don't know if
Your
it's
back?
just irritation. It's my back. It's the oxy, because I'm sure it has some sort of, besides making me sweat, which is nice, which I read was a side effect. And here I'm at PT Joe's yesterday. I'm like, I'm sweating like a whore in church. I'm sorry. It's so gross. And he's like, you're fine. Like the dog's licking like the fucking sweat and the lotion off my leg. It was just, I can't even.
How does that not make a dog sick though? Like the lotion? Like I've often wondered
that.
Well,
it's from the Body Shop, and I think it's all like very natural. It's like
so almond. You can eat it?
Why don't I don't know that I don't think you should eat it, but I don't think it's going to harm you if the dog's fine. The dog seems to like it. Anyway. So it's been that kind of week. I mean, and it started Monday morning when I called my surgeon's assistant to ask a question. Oh, and I'm gonna get back to that. But I called the surgeon. I called Amanda, who I've been speaking to for fucking months now. And I call and leave a message for Amanda Monday morning. I need a refill of my meds. Yes, and
she's like, "We got a hot one. Right? We got a hot one."
So I left a message, and then some fucking woman calls back, and she's like, "Hi, I'm so and so. I'm one of the PAs." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, is Amanda not in today?" I couldn't even stop myself. My God. I was so fucking agitated. I was so agitated. Rude. And she's like, "No, she's here." And I was waiting for her to be like,
"Do you want to talk to her?"
Would you like? So then I just fucking carried on, and then I had a trick question for this woman.
Oh my God, you were
right? So when I went for my,
and you thought I was nasty.
When I went for my supposed to be my 2-week follow up, I went, but it was actually like 10 days. I went for that follow up, and saw the PA Morgan, who and it's nothing against PAs. Like if you're a PA, bless you. But look, I don't care for this. Anyway,
I want to see the surgeon. I hired the surgeon.
Well, that too. Like when he says to me, "I'll be with you every step of the way." Oh, fuck, you're not. I've got fucking Morgan on my follow up. Okay.
And I want to discuss the cut you put in my body, not this person who didn't have anything to do with it.
PT Joe saw it yesterday. He said it's healing very nicely, and he managed to line the star up perfectly. But he's like, he's
like moving your skin around.
No, he told me. Because he's working on my back.
Okay, I thought you meant.
And he goes, "Your incision looks fucking great." He's like, no, he did a really good job of lining the star up perfectly. He's like, but that O looks like an eye. He's like, it looks like Rick Star. And he's like, maybe you're like a big Rick Springfield fan, which I was amused by. But then I was like, look, I'd rather it look like Rick Star than fucking Cock Star. So we'll go with Rick Star. Anyway, where's it going with this? Okay, right. So when I was there, I had mentioned to Morgan, this was my 10-day follow-up, that I'd been given permission by Amanda to see PT Joe for a leg and hip massage because I was on fucking fire after my surgery. So Morgan's like, "Oh, okay, if you're ready for PT, here you go." Gives me the fucking script. 10 days post-surgery. We get in the car, and I'm thinking, I don't think I'm ready for this. Let me ask PT Joe what he thinks. I already knew the answer. And we get in the car, and Joe was like, "You're not seriously considering going to PT yet, are you?" I'm like, "No, I'm not fucking going to PT. I'm 10 days out." So then my next appointment with PT Joe was like the next day, because again, I'm on fire. My nerves are waking up, the ones that were compressed for years. So I was on fire, and I said to him about it, and he's like, "No." He's like, you're not ready to go to PT yet. You're like, "No." Okay. So PT Joe said something about probably a month out or whatever, but check with your whatever probably get cleared by the surgeon first, right? So my trick question for this woman on the phone on Monday was when because I have the script. When can I start PT? Like, do I just go ahead and start, or do I wait? I think I said, when do I start PT? I think I just asked her, when do I start PT? And she said, after your follow-up, after your 6-week follow-up, which is actually an 8-week follow-up with Dr. Schroeder. I said, "Oh, so I need to be cleared by him first." "Yes," she says. "Thank you, PA, what the fuck your name is." Oh. I said, "Okay, well, Morgan gave me the script when I was there at my 10 days, so I really thought it was kind of soon." She said, "Oh, no, if you haven't want to go, you can." I said, "Fuck you, what's the answer? What's the fucking answer? What is the answer?" So then I was telling PT Joe about this yesterday, because I'm fucking agitated, because I can't get, every person I speak to gives me a different answer. I forget what the fuck he said. It's somewhere between 4 and 6 weeks.
So he doesn't have a concise answer either.
He told me when the doctor clears me, he said not before 4 weeks, by 6 weeks for sure. And it's unfortunate because I pay for him out of pocket. And so when I'm supposed to be going 2 to 3 times a week, I have to go where insurance will pay. So
He's not going to be doing the needling
no,
stuff anyhow.
I'm not letting anybody else. No one else is doing that. Look, I said to PT Joe yesterday, because I'm sweating like a whore in church, and I'm like, look, it's a good thing I don't have to fucking touch people for a living. I would not be okay with that.
No.
Anyway, so Monday started my rage with people. Like, it just started with that, and just sort of, I can't really let it go. Like, it's kind of just.
all week long. So maybe it's the med. Maybe I got
now
the
you know
meds.
how I feel on a continual basis.
I mean, I have the fucking rage.
People.
Anyway. So okay, we're gonna switch subjects because you're gonna love this. So Brooke Shields, her must-haves. So of course I love Brooke Shields. Like if I could look like anybody in the world, it would probably be her. Like her hair is fucking beautiful. She's aging beautifully. I just think she's lovely. Anyway, I'm not gonna go through all the things.
Oh wow.
But we have one of them.
Oh, what do we have?
Hang on.
Well, of course it's not making me look like Brooke Shields, but
no, me neither. Why can't I find it now? Well, fuck me.
Did you circle it?
Maybe I read this wrong. Maybe it was somebody else's. Oh, shit. God damn it. It was somebody else that recommended it.
What was it?
Wrong. It was this.
Oh, yeah, no. I have that. I like the purple.
Well, I don't know how to pronounce it. Laneige.
I don't know.
Laneige,
I like the purple one.
This is Gummy Bear. Where did I just see this? Like, literally somebody was just talking about that's something they always have on them, and I thought it was her.
And they make like one in a tub that's smells like coconut and pineapple a little bit. I get that. It's like iridescent. I like it.
Is it the night mask?
No.
So I discovered this from Amazon when I ordered.
Yeah, Amazon
back in December when I ordered my magnesium pain cream, which by the way is fantastic, and it has like a menthol and it's cooling. It's very nice, very effective. So I'd ordered that, and instead I got this little tub. I mean, the tub of, the cream is like this. Instead I got this little tiny pot of lip mask, and that was fucking hostile. And then I had to call Amazon to be like, look, I want to return this, but it's not actually the cream that you sent me. I had to do this twice. People wonder why I have the rage. Twice. Because, like, don't worry about it. And then, like, after the time period, was done for returning it, I got an email saying it was be charged $25. No, fuck you. No, I'm not be charged. Anyway, I didn't care.
They have it in 3 different colors.
So I discovered
the tube in 3 different colors. So I discovered
this. So it's a night. It's like a lip gloss at night, and it's just, I don't know.
That's a lip gloss you wear during the day.
The pot that I got is like, they call it a night mask, but it goes on like, it comes with like a little silicone, little brush thing, little silicone brush.
What color is it?
It's like a little spatula. Well, it looks pink, but I don't know when you put it on, it's really pink.
Oh.
When you put it on, then the morning you just wipe it off. It keeps your lips moist. So, it's not, I like it. It's not as gloppy as my little capsules that I like to use. So, the capsules I go to for like hardcore lip chap. This is nice, just like whatever. So anyway, so then I was looking, online to see what their other products are because I like the night stuff. So I got the pink one, which I forget what it's called. And then I saw they had Gummy Bear. And
I love
the
purple one.
I mean, if you want one of these,
it's like a slate
like
tint.
$18. I mean, it's not like a chip.
But it lasts forever.
It's not a chip gloss. It's not a cheap fucking lip gloss.
It lasts forever. Smells good.
It does smell good.
Doesn't taste bad. I don't know why they call it Gummy Bear because it smells like Dimetap, the grape Dimetap.
Let me tell you how I knocked my teeth out of my mouth trying to get the Dimetap. That should have been an early sign for Mom. Should have been an early sign for Mom.
Did we ever talk about your mishaps, the teeth, your hoo-ha? I mean,
we're not talking about hoo-ha mishaps. Look, don't even ask people. So
when you fell off the diving board?
That was horrifying. Okay, look. So right, so this is a classic mom moment. So our mother, shout out to our mother whose birthday's coming up next week.
We're having a birthday roast next week for her.
We'll do a birthday roast, but on
her birthday.
She doesn't take jokes.
But happy birthday to Patty.
Like, we can talk shit about my dad. He finds it amusing, but Mom's not quite the same way. Anyway, so she's not finding amusing.
You're getting a phone call.
Get a phone call. Don't even call me. Don't call me. So this should have been a sign. When I was little, so we're talking like early 80s. Late 70s, early, whatever. I still have my baby teeth anywhere before the age of 5. The Dimetap used to come in the big brown glass bottle. Prescription. I mean, that fucker was like this big.
It wasn't glass. It was plastic brown.
They didn't have plastic yet. Oh, whatever. I thought it was glass. Well, they had to hide it. They had to hide it from me. My parents had to hide it
on the top shelf.
On the top shelf.
Because it tasted like Kool-Aid.
Because it tasted like fucking like grape soda. So it was so good. I love the Dimetap. This fucker likes to slide. This is not going to have to put like Velcro or something underneath it.
Oh, God.
So, here's me. I'm going to get that Dimetap. I don't care. I don't care that it's on the top shelf. So, our kitchen table at the time had 2 benches on either side and then a stool on the end, and I got the stool. So,
bar stool without a back.
Haul the stool over to the fucking, counter, hop up on that, and I'm reaching for the fucking Dimetap. And I don't know what I hit. I fell off. Obviously, I fell off the fucking stool.
And so mom comes out. So mom is fucking very upset, right? So mom calls Dr. McCormick.
Thank God.
And I can, right? So, and they know him. Like, she went to school with him or whatever. So, and Dr. McCormick, mom's very upset because my teeth are gone. My front teeth are fucking gone, right? Well, here, I didn't knock them out because she was afraid like I swallowed them or whatever. Like, where are they? Or did she call Dr. Harkins, the dentist? Anyway, they were shoved up into my gums as far as they could fucking go. She couldn't see them, which incidentally bruised my adult teeth, which I find amusing. So if you're ever sitting in front of me, please don't stare at my teeth. But they're kind of speckled, and that's because they were bruised.
Because you banged them off
the banged them off the fucking
wooden
I think
rung.
I banged them off the fucking counter when
I thought it was the rung.
I hit the fucking counter on the way down, and I didn't even get the Dimetapp. I did not get the Dimetapp. After all that trouble, I didn't get the fucking Dimetapp. Christ.
Wait, while we're on the topic of your teeth, you need to tell the lacrosse story, but let me get to this.
I think I have, but I can tell it again.
Yeah, no, you haven't. So, another friend of mine, nurse, Megan has these bruises on her legs and her feet from surgery, and she's like,
fuckers slam me around.
I think they slammed me around. I'm like, no, they didn't.
They did.
I'm like, no, they didn't. They didn't slam me around.
My shins and my ankles were bruised all up and down.
Big bruises. But I'm like,
they hurt. My shins hurt.
They did not slam you around. Like, maybe it's from, like, the compression
things. Not like I'm lightweight and they just lifted me nicely and
maybe it's
put
like
me down.
The compression things. Maybe it's just left over from surgery and it, like, the blood just went there. No, my friend is like, oh no, she got slapped off that stainless steel.
Yeah, they fucking slam me down. Like, fucking, let's get this heifer over on another fucking table. No, they slam me down.
They do that to everybody because it's like everybody.
And I offered to hop on over myself. They wouldn't let me.
That was not the answer I was expecting from my nurse friend.
No, I told you.
Oh my God.
I told you. Well, and I knew too because I had a scrape on one leg with a bruise. I went into surgery with no bruises on my leg. Like, I'm out of surgery and my legs hurt and are bruised. Okay. And the one nurse took a look at my leg and she was like, what? And that's what she did to me. She made that face and shook her head. She knew exactly what the fuck it was from. They fucking slammed me down off the table. I mean, I had a bruise on my ankle, just fucking went, probably might even still be there. No, it's gone now. It was there the other day, and the bruise on my hand. Anyway, look, they slammed me. They fucking slammed
that was
me.
not the answer I was expecting.
I knew it.
They shouldn't slam people.
Okay, the lacrosse story. And if I told this before, I'm sorry, but
I think you've told it to people, but not to...
Right, and this is why, so like when there are medical emergencies, we usually don't involve my mother. Because... blood and all the things, So for the first like 6 weeks of school, my junior year, I wasn't going to gym class because I didn't have any friends in the class, and I would rather just go like out and have a smoke somewhere during that time. Go next door, see my friends. Hi, Michelle. And whatever, maybe smoke a bowl, whatever. Like I wasn't going to gym class. I was like, there's no friends in this class. I'm not going to gym class. No. So I wasn't going. So Anne Fry, Mrs.
Why
Fry.
didn't you address that from the get-go instead of just...
I just think so. So Mrs. Fry calls Dad, right? And
our father worked, for those of you who don't know, our father worked for the school district.
Yes, and so he knew everybody. Everybody. So I come home from school one afternoon. How was gym class today? I'm like, fuck, I'm busted, I'm fucking busted. So I knew I was busted, obviously. So...
And Dad knows Mrs. Fry from school or something.
Yeah, so he knows Mrs. Fry. So I was told that I'm to go see Mrs. Fry the next day. I'm to go have a little conference with Mrs. Fry. I go see Mrs. Fry. Mrs. Fry wants to know why I'm not going to gym class. Well, Mrs. Fry, my friends aren't in this class. I don't want to come. It's not fun for me.
It's not fun
for me. And this is the perk, I guess, of having your parent know the gym teacher.
Or any teacher.
Gives me two class lists to choose which class do you want to be in. Going down the list. No. Next list. Oh, I want this one. All my friends are in this one. This is great. I got to hand select my gym class.
God got ya.
I go to gym class, right? Because I am not allowed to miss gym class.
Oh, no.
Again. First time back to fucking gym class. We're playing lacrosse.
Wait, let's preface this
I did tell this
story.
You
use, in gym class...
I was going to get to that.
Okay, you always use regulation.
So, in gym class, right, it's fall. I'm out there with like a tie-dye tank top on and like Penn State shorts. Like I didn't even match.
We didn't have to wear uniforms.
We're it's regulation equipment. And I remember exactly who it was, but I will not say her name. I don't think she watches.
Oh, you should.
We're not Facebook friends, but
you should.
So she was an athlete in high school, and she was a little aggressive. I mean, we're all out there having fun. Half of us are high. We're having a good time in gym class, right? We're all friends. She comes at me with that fucking lacrosse stick, and didn't she fucking hit me right in the fucking mouth, right?
Wait.
Right in the mouth. This was my first time going to gym class.
Regulation equipment without mouth guards.
No mouth guards. We could have sued. Anyway. My father worked there. We're not going to sue. Anyway. So I'm like, whoa. You know, I lean down, and I can feel. Fuck, my tooth is like back in my mouth somewhere. I'm like, motherfucker. And my lips hurt, and there's blood. And I was like, oh my God. And so then here's Mrs. Fry. Okay, I want you to go to the office. I'm going to wrap up very calm. I'm going to wrap up you. Just go right to the office. Ask for an ice pack. Don't stop off in the locker room. Well, fuck you, I'm stopping in the locker room. I'm going to see what the hell just happened to my fucking mouth. Right? It hurts, and there's a lot of blood. When your lips are busted open with a fucking lacrosse stick, you bleed like a stuck pig. So here I am, blood running down the front of me. Go into the locker room. Jesus Christ! My lips are both of them just fucking splat open, right? Just like awful. And a fucking tooth, right? They're like hanging. One's like back in my mouth. Like I was like, oh my God. So I go to the office.
I can't believe she calmly told you.
She was so calm. She was so calm. She was so calm. So I go to the office. They look, oh my God. I'm like, I didn't need an ice pack. I couldn't, my teeth are not where they're supposed to be. I need an ice pack. Oh God. And I'm like, I can't put the ice pack like on my fucking, So in the meantime, Mrs. Fry stops off at her office, because you have to come through the locker rooms and everything to get to the rest of the building. So she stops off, gives Dad a quick call. Mike, I need you to come here. It's like, Jesus Christ, you're not supposed to miss gym class. She's like, no, I need you to come get her. But before you come, I need you to call the dentist and tell him that you're on the way. So Dad comes in. I'm sitting there, right, in my fucking tank top and my fucking shorts, and it's like school started. So it's like October, right? Like I'm not dressed appropriately. I'm bloody all over. Mrs. Fry comes in and she says to my father and I, why couldn't you just skip class one more time? Because I wasn't fucking allowed to miss class one more time. I'm sure that they now use regulation.
Dad was hot the whole way over there. You know.
My God, he was. He was like.
Even though
fuck? So she didn't tell him what happened. Right. She just said, "But call the dentist." So then, Dr. White.
You went immediately to the dentist.
Rest his soul. Yes, lovely dentist. I loved him. He fucking straddles me, right? I'm like in there. He's like, "This is gonna hurt for a second." Pretty much just straddles me in the chair, takes my fucking teeth, and puts them back into where they're supposed to be.
Doesn't he do like this? Like pulls them back off the roof of your mouth?
I don't remember what he did.
Dad said they went like this.
I don't know. They were dangling in the back of my mouth somewhere, and they went back up where they're supposed to be, right? And it's like I wish you the best of luck with this. They could turn black and fall out tomorrow. They could turn black and fall out 30 years from now. They could be perfectly fine. So it's like a wait and see. Every day is like a gamble with my teeth. Like, am I going to wake up and they're black and falling out today? I don't know. But so I was Okay, this has to go. It slides. I can't. So I was waitressing at Brothers Pizza at the time, right? Which is so nothing like going out to eat and your waitress comes to fucking wait.
You're all busted.
Your lips are like fucking like butterflied. Oh God, I'm sure I should not have gone into work, but I mean, like, and I'm trying to talk to them, like, hope my teeth don't fall out. Like, it was just, yeah. I remember I got in there, and my friend John was the manager, and he was like, "What the fuck happened to you?" Alexa off. Goddamn, that's our alarm because we have a pedicure coming. We gotta wrap this up.
Wait, I have something to piggyback on that about.
Okay, quickly, because we gotta get to the pedicure.
Okay, well, there's a lot of like that's what they did to John's nose when he broke it playing like. I don't know, some kind of football here. When we first got married, I was pulling in the driveway. He was walking because we live near the hospital. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Don't be alarmed. I broke my nose."
God. I mean, couldn't you see to look at him?
No, because it was like swollen, but there was no blood.
That's like the one part of my body I've not broken.
He's like, I broke my nose. I'm going over to the ER. I'm not a doctor and I don't know much about anything, but I'm like, dude,
for animals.
You're not going. You can go to the ER, but this is too swollen for them to even take an X-ray. They're not taking an X-ray. He goes over, comes back, said they didn't take an X-ray. Oh, no kidding. And then he goes, I need to call my mom to get hold of, this rhinoplasty guy so he can fix my broken nose.
You don't want the ER. You want the
expert. So the guy won't see him. This is on a Saturday. So he calls him on Monday. The guy won't see him, the doctor, because it's still swollen. So John gets off the phone. He's like, my appointment isn't until Friday. I'm like, okay. I'm like, do you know how they're going to fix this? Because I had friends that played field hockey and softball, and I've seen this. He's like, what are they going to do? I'm like, they're going to sit on you, put these metal prods up your nose, and go...
So the moral of this story...
He goes, no. And I said, yes.
Yes.
And when he went, that's what they did.
The moral of this story is that I think when people play any athletic endeavor, that they should just wear like a full fucking like catcher's mask.
No, they should wear a mouth guard first.
Well, the mouth guard wasn't going to help his fucking nose.
No, but that's what you get. But I mean...
The mouth guard was not going to protect my lips.
I'd rather have a broken nose than my front teeth missing.
And the mouth, I don't know, it still might have knocked my teeth back, though. I mean, she fucking nailed me with that fucking... Oh, wait, and the best part, my friend Trista, didn't she walk right over and she just bitch slapped her, too? She said, we're in gym class. Why are you so aggressive? She just fucking bitch slapped her. It was fantastic.
Wait, did Mrs. Fry get mad?
No, I don't know if Mrs. Fry saw that part. I think she was focused on the blood.
Did your friend...
I bent down and then, let go.
Did the girl that she smacked, what did she do back to...
I don't think she did. At that point, then I was focused on my teeth not being where they're supposed to be, and I don't know what happened after that. But I mean, my friend Trista just fucking slapped her right across the face. It was fantastic. That was fantastic.
That's what you get.
So we have to wrap up because we're going to get a much needed.
Happy early birthday, Mom.
Happy early birthday, Mom. If you see Pat,
wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It is on the 23rd.
23rd of April.
It's not till next week. So next week we will do a
Pat show.
We'll have some good stories for next week, Mom. We'll have some good stories.
And we don't want any phone calls ahead of time. Don't even tell us not to say things. We're saying them, so just be quiet.
It's going to be a crapshoot. You know what story we're going to pull out of our ass. Okay, so to wrap that up,
Bye.
thank you for tuning in. Have a great week.
Have a good
and
one.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.